Hey, what's up, guys? Hello, hello. Okay, this is okay, let's start from scratch. Hey, what's up, guys? Alex here. Thank you for checking this video and welcome to the daily vlog number 7 of my challenge of doing a vlog every day for every single day of October. I'm sorry, I'm like a look and feel tired or sound tired. It's because it's like almost 3 in the afternoon here in Vancouver and I haven't had lunch yet. I haven't eaten yet. I've been to the doctor in this morning. I walked my dog twice. I had to take some medicines. I had to do groceries, and I did a lesson also this early morning. I had a one-on-one lesson with one of my students, and I fixed a couple of bugs. So it was like a super complicated. It was a super busy morning. It's 3 p.m. almost. I haven't had lunch, so I'm like low sugar, really tired. But I wanted to do this vlog right now because otherwise it's gonna be too late. And yeah, I want to tackle this thing right now. Otherwise, I'm not gonna have time. I'm gonna try to hold the camera this way. Yes, you can see me. Awesome. How's the lighting? Do you prefer like this way? No, it's too dark. Probably this. Yes. Hello, Dan. There's our like people are coming. They're saying hi. Hello, everyone. Thanks for checking this video. So let's continue. Um, the story, like my description. Hello, Tsukasa. Hi, bro. Let's continue the story of like my life in Canada. What did I do in the past um two lessons? No, sorry, in the past two vlogs I told my story when I was young in Italy, and then when I started working, when I decided to move to Canada. So right now I left you in the last vlog when I told you like I decided to move to Canada. So in order to move to Canada, I had to apply for a working holiday visa. You cannot go to Canada, come in and say, "Hey, I want to stay here, I want to work." They're going to kick you out of the country. You need a visa. And from Italy, the working holiday visa time is just 6 months. So when you get a visa, it's valid only for 6 months. After 6 months, it expires and you cannot renew it at all. It's just like one time, one shot. In those 6 months, at least how it was before, right now probably is different. You needed a full-time job. You needed to be employed by someone with full-time job, full-time contract, and your employer had to be willing to sponsor you. So apply for a sponsorization for you to get an extended visa or a longer work permit or something like that. Uh, and this was really complicated because, of course, when you go to a job interview and you say to your interviewer, to like your future employer, that my work permit is just for 6 months, and if I don't get approved, if you don't do a sponsorization for me, if I don't get approved, I need to go away, so I cannot work anymore. Very few people are willing to invest those 6 months in an employee that probably will not be able to work in that company after 6 months. So that was really challenging, but let's start from scratch. So I arrived in Canada the 4th of September 2013. So 4 years ago, 4 years and a month ago, the 4th of September, I landed in Canada. And before coming to Canada, I don't have voice because I talked the entire morning, sorry. Before coming to Canada, I thought I knew English. I thought I was good at English. Not good. I thought I was decent. I was able to talk like normally. I was able to read and understand. But that wasn't true. When I arrived in Canada, my English was terrible. Like I couldn't understand half of the sentences, and I couldn't figure out what they were saying to me. They were asking, especially as soon as you arrive, you have to fill up all those like massive documents for immigrations, and you have to talk with 1,000 people, open a bank account, find a house to live, find a rent. I just booked a hotel for a week, so interact with all those people and not being able to fully understand and fully speak in English and having a huge, like struggling a lot in having a regular conversation, that was terrible. So those were my first 7 days in Canada. I was like really struggling a lot with English. We already have a bunch of questions, so let's start answering. Francis has, is it a good morning there? Yes, it's kind of cloudy, but it's a good morning. It was pretty busy. I'm super tired. Mridul, sorry, I'm mispronouncing your name. Just watching your WordPress tutorial, nice, thank you so much. Dragan said, hello Alex, I'm your devoted followers. WordPress tutorials are awesome. Greetings from Serbia. Hello, thank you so much. Tom asks, why not the US? So I was considering United States, but coming in the United States is kind of harder from like an immigration point of view. And three main things were like I didn't pick the US for three main reasons. The first one is healthcare. I'm afraid of the healthcare system. It's fucked up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Here in Canada, in the British, in the province of British Columbia, you pay $100, actually $75 per month, and you have free healthcare. So you go to the hospital, they treat you for whatever you have, and you don't have to pay anything because you pay those $75 per month. I was totally terrified about the healthcare system, and especially because I was going into a new country without having a job. So I didn't know if the job that I was going to get, if I was going to get a job, was like included, like the healthcare coverage was included in the job, would have been included in the job. I didn't know. So that's the first reason. The second reason is that I have relatives in the US, really like far like relatives that I don't talk with. They live in Rochester, they live in New York, they live in other parts like in Texas and stuff. I have relatives there, so that was also my challenge because I wanted to go in a place where I didn't have any connection. I wanted to be able to make it with just by myself, me and my girlfriend alone. It was a challenge with myself, knowing that I was going in a country where I had relatives that were able to help me. It was kind of a deterrent for me. I don't know, it's kind of weird, but I wanted to being able to make it on my own terms. And the third reason that because I didn't pick the US, it's firearms. I'm totally terrified by the gun laws that there are in the US. I'm absolutely anti-gun, and I'm afraid of that. Like I'm terrified about that situation. So I wasn't feeling safe of living there. So yeah, that's your answer. So Altaran said, oh, live stream, yay, live stream. My mother language is Italian. I'm Italian, sono italiano, sono di Roma, sono nato in Italia. This is how I talk in Italian, and it's totally different from English, ma parlo così in italiano e parlo molto veloce in italiano. The third is just a stereotype. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Like coming from, you're right, Tom. Like coming from outside the U.S., that's what I knew about the U.S. 4 years ago. Now my knowledge is different, but I was really stupid 4 years ago. I didn't know anything, and I had to make a choice with the few knowledge that I had about the rest of the world. Especially, I never lived outside Italy for 27 years. Never had a foreign experience. Never stepped, like I traveled, but a week in Stockholm, a week in Amsterdam, a week in London, like just like random tourism, right? So you don't have the knowledge of understanding a new country, and so you go with what your gut it's telling you to go to, right? I was an experience, so I made a choice, and that worked out pretty well. So yeah, I know. Yeah, they say if you don't want to see your relatives, you can go to Alaska and work on freelance. Yeah, that was a choice. Like I didn't consider Alaska. You're right. Um, Paul said might seem odd, but also why not the UK? You wouldn't have needed a visa either. I didn't pick the UK because all my friends that were going to the UK, like in from Italy, being part of the EU, at least like 4 years ago, being part of the EU was it's really easy going in the UK. It's just go there, no visa, nothing. So is there's not really a challenge, and it's also a 2 hours flight from home, less than 2 hours, like 1 hour and a half flight from home. So London to Rome is 1 hour and a half flight. So I had this idea that I had this conviction that if I had something wrong, if something didn't work out properly, if I had an issue, I was always able to grab a flight and going back home in less than 2 hours. And that's another deterrent for me to push 100% myself to the limit and try to make it on my own without my mom being able to take a flight and help me in less than 2 hours. That was a challenge with myself. I decided to go as far away as possible from my hometown because I wanted to make it on my own. Viva l'Italia, yeah. How's the cost of living in Canada? Really expensive, stupid expensive. I'm gonna talk about this in future videos. Just came from Italy, Milan. Non parlo italiano. Yeah, you don't speak Italian. Yeah, Milan is really nice. Yeah, so funny to hear someone speak their mother language. Oh yes, it's funny. Viva Roma, yes. Yeah, that's a fair point. Thanks, Paul. Yes, it was a challenge with myself. I wanted to go. I wasn't. I was trying to pick a country between Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. But Australia and New Zealand, they have really difficult immigration laws. They're really strict immigration laws. So I decided to go with Canada because there was this program for skilled workers, and I'm considered a skilled worker because I'm a high-level developer. So Canada, it's a really empty country. There's no many people here, so they're willing to give you a sponsorization if you skilled, if you have specific knowledge, if you have a specific level of university degrees and stuff like that. So that's it. I picked Canada. Tyler said, yeah, I'm in Canada right now. I've been living in Canada for the past 4 years. I'm Italian and I moved to Canada 4 years ago. They ask how much hours you work per day. More than 10, I guess. Yes. Tom said, my barber is Italian. After every haircut, I feel like watching The Godfather. Yes, I know. I've been in New York. I've been to New York. It's great. It's fantastic. And I went to Little Italy. Everyone was speaking Italian. And I felt like home. It was an amazing feeling. But let me continue my story. I'm going to answer more questions later, but I want to continue my story, especially because I need to cook and I need to eat because I'm fainting. So tired. But yeah, continuing my story, I'm going to flip the camera. Sorry, I need to... Yeah, okay. I need to change my arm. It's like my arm is getting tired. So by continuing my story, I arrived in Canada the 4th of September and my English was shit. I couldn't understand anything. I opened a bank account without understanding what I did, and in fact I opened 3 different bank accounts in my name and I didn't know why. So it's just like it was insane. So the first thing that I needed to do, actually 2 main things I needed to do. First, I needed to find a place to live because me and my girlfriend booked the hotel just for a week. And we thought like a week it's enough to find an apartment to rent. And the second was finding a job. So I decided to send job requests, like applying to job interviews a couple of days before coming to Canada, before landing in Vancouver. And I found I was pretty amazed because I got pretty much like responses immediately. Like as soon as I was sending a request, I was getting a response immediately. Something doesn't happen like this in Italy. You apply for a job and probably they're gonna answer to you in 3 months, or maybe they're never gonna answer to you. It's like you're never gonna hear anything from them. It's just fucking stupid. Um, so yeah, I was applying for this job and I was getting an answer immediately, and I booked a couple of job interviews the first day I was in Canada. So September 5th, I had my first job interview in the morning, and it was a job interview for a front-end developer position. And hey, it's me. I was a front 4 years ago. I wasn't much of a back end. I was mostly front end. So I was like, yeah, that's perfect for me. Let's go there. I went there and they started asking me questions not related to the job offer. So they're asking me question about, do you know Angular JS? Like I didn't know Angular JS 4 years ago. I learned it like 2 years ago. Do you know anything about React or like Graph? No, sorry, React wasn't there yet. What was like developing Facebook application. That's why I said React. React is from Facebook. Do you know anything about developing Facebook application? I was like, no, I never did something like that. And then they started asking me questions about backend, like heavy backend. Do you know CodeIgniter? That is a PHP framework. Do you know Cake PHP? I was like, no, I applied for a front-end developer job. So, and my main struggle was not being able to communicate properly. I wasn't able to express myself like I'm doing right now. So they were asking me questions. My regular answer was like, no, I don't, or yes, I do, or I don't know. Those were my three main answers. So as you may guess, I didn't get hired. And the first three job interviews that I had in 3 different days were awful. Like I couldn't speak, I couldn't understand properly. They were asking for things that I didn't know, and so I started to really doubt in myself. And we reached the fourth day that I couldn't find a job. I couldn't find a place to rent. Everything was too expensive or too small for us. And the cherry on top, I couldn't withdraw my money from my Italian bank account. So before departing Italy, I went to my bank and I said, I need to withdraw, I need to take my money from Canada. So from tomorrow, like from next week, I'm gonna try to withdraw money from an ATM, an ATM money in my Italian bank account from Canada. Is it possible? They assure me, yeah, it's like international transactions are activated, no worries, it's totally fine. Bullshit. That wasn't working. My bank, it was the worst. They didn't actually activate anything. So for the first 4 days, I was living on cash, a really limited amount of cash. And the fifth day, I didn't have any money to eat. So the fifth day, me and my girlfriend didn't eat pretty much. We ate like a leftover salad that I was able to buy with few dollars, and it was terrible. Like we were desperate. It was the last day in a hotel. After that day, we were forced to just leave the hotel. We didn't have any money. I was talking with my parents. It was like the weekend, so my parents couldn't do anything to the bank because the bank was closed over the weekend. Terrible situation. The sixth day, the day before leaving the hotel, I found a job. I got hired. We found an apartment and we were able to withdraw money. So everything happened the day before leaving the hotel. And it was like the craziest day ever. So I got this job interview where my English was awesome, was perfect. I don't know how that happened. After 6 days, I got this job interview and they started asking me questions about WordPress, and I knew everything about WordPress. So I started answering questions about WordPress and it was great. And then I did my first joke during the job interview. I did my first joke and everyone started laughing and they loved my accent, they loved my attitude, and they offered me a job immediately. It's like, okay, this is the job offer. Do you want to get hired? I'm like, yes, please hire me. So I signed in. And then in the afternoon, the same day, we went to look for an apartment. We found this super cute small house a little bit further outside Vancouver. It was like half an hour drive with the bus. but it was super cute. The homeowner was super friendly. She helped us a lot, and we said, yeah, we want to take it. And luckily, the few cash that we had left was enough to cover the first month of rent. So we were able to give all the cash, and we remained with $0 in our wallet, $0. So we paid for the rent. We had a job. The final thing was the money. We went to the Canadian bank and we said, okay, this is my bank Italian card, like my ITM card. I'm not able to withdraw. I keep having issue. If I give it to you, I give you my password, I give you my PIN number. Can you try to do everything for me? And this was this super nice lady at the bank that took the credit card from my bank, the Italian bank, and started trying everything she was able to try. And after like 3 attempts, with, I don't know, passing the card not as a credit card but as a debit card, it was like kind of crazy, she was able to withdraw money. She was able to give me access to my Italian bank account, and I was able to withdraw money. So success. And these were just the first 7 days of my life in Canada. Were terrible, a roller coaster of emotion, but everything worked out at the end. My girlfriend was super supportive. Without her, I wouldn't been able to be here. So that's what happened my first days in Canada. So let me answer a bunch of questions. Waiting for a WooCommerce theme tutorial. Yes, I will do that. I will do that. Altaranalt asks, do they have Halloween in Canada? Yes, they have Halloween in Canada. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving. We're gonna celebrate with a bunch of friends. Probably I'm gonna do a live streaming during Thanksgiving to show you how we celebrate Thanksgiving. How many times have you played the Jenga game behind you? Oh, many times. Usually with drinks. Like if you succeed on putting a block, like removing a block and put it at, you have a shot. So after 3 blocks, you're completely wasted and Jenga ends pretty quickly. That's our game. WooCommerce is simple once you get the hang of the WordPress post loop. Templates files work almost the same as well. I would like to see some Angular 4 TypeScript tutorial. Not sure if I'm gonna do Angular 4. I'm gonna mostly do JavaScript, ES6, ES7, ES8, all the new version of JavaScript, the EMCA, Emacs, I don't know how to say, like 2017, like the new version of JavaScript, that it's actually better than TypeScript, but whatever. And then probably Vue.js, because I really like Vue.js, and that's a good thing probably. But I'm gonna try Angular 4 if I like it. I've never used it that much, so. We're looking for someone knows React with 5 years of experience. What do you mean that hasn't been invented yet? Yes, that's what happened. Yes, exactly. That's totally what happened. As someone who speaks English as a second language, I know the struggle. Yes, you know the struggle, right? Yes. Miguel will say, cool, thank you. Please, I will email you full immigration details link. Looking for better opportunities. Thanks. Yes, I'm gonna do a video with my girlfriend where I explain all the immigration stuff. But the thing about Canada is that every year they update the laws, the immigration laws, to make it easier, because like the laws that were up and running and were working like 4 years ago, they don't work anymore today, because 4 years ago they had a limit of like 5,000 applications per year. Right now the immigration in Canada like just boomed, so like I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of people are trying to come here, and the old laws don't work, so they activated new programs. Old programs don't work. So my experience, probably it's like what I know about these programs is outdated. You should go to the Canada's website, that is the www.cic.gc.ca. cic.gc.ca is the Canada immigration website where you can find all the information you want. And one of the cool things about the Canada immigration website is really well done. It's easy to navigate. You can find all the information. Everything is written there. So if you want to know something, just read there. That's what I did. I went to the immigration site and I read a bunch of things. So nothing special. Francis say your story is like from rag to riches. Yeah, I'm not rich. I'm not rich. Absolutely. It's a good story. I'm successful right now. I feel I'm happy and I have a good life, but I'm not rich at all. We should see your story one day in cinemas. No, it's really boring. I'm a really boring person. It's more. Okay, they ask another question. What do you think is more important in Start, React or Angular? React or Angular? That's a really good question. I don't know much about React, so I don't know how to differentiate the things. I know that React is kind of different, and recently React was actually updated to use the open source license, like regular open source license. Facebook is not using its own open source license. It's kind of like shady and sketchy, but a regular open source license, so that's kind of good. I don't know. It's managed by Facebook. Angular JS is more like community Google type of things. I don't know. I don't know much about Angular, so I don't know what to recommend. Sorry. Sorry, I don't know much about React, so I don't know what to recommend. Would you post another plugin tutorial, please? Yes, I'm recording 2 new tutorials today. I'm gonna post it from Monday. Sorry for the long wait. I've been super busy. Do you sell themes? No, I don't sell themes. WP Auto in shortcodes. Okay. Angular is much difficult than React. Yeah, I can see that. By looking at the React architecture, it looks like Angular is more kind of convoluted. Yes, definitely. Sorry, ooh. I use React, so that's it. Can you tell us about Divi themes? Is good or not? Sorry. Okay. DV themes. I never use DV themes, but it looks pretty good. I mean, the thing is that if you use a theme that it's built in to work as a visual editor, then you're stuck with that one. So I don't know. That's the thing. What text editor and or IDE do you use? So I use Vim if I have to edit some files directly in the terminal. I use Sublime Text on my Mac, on my Apple computers. I use Visual Studio Code on my Linux computers. And that's it. I was trying Atom, but it's stupid slow. And let's see, I use mostly code editors. I tried PHP Storm as an IDE. It's amazing. It's really good. Lots of like feature rich, but it's really heavy. I like my software to be snappy and super responsive. So that's why I love Sublime Text. Even if users, like majority of the users, find Sublime Text kind of like outdated or weird to set up, really manual labor working with JSON files and all this kind of stuff. I love it because it's stupid fast. It's written in C++, so it's amazingly fast. Another question, Sunset is a good theme. Thank you. It's really basic, so, but yes, thank you so much. What are your thoughts on using Visual Composer in WordPress rather than coding it yourself? It's good for prototyping, I guess, Visual Composer, but as the moment you don't use Visual Composer anymore, your site is gonna crumble. So it's really up to you. I like it in a matter of prototyping or building a website super super quickly, but using it for production, I'm not sure. I like better Elementor if you wanna do like visual stuff. Elementor, especially Elementor Pro, it's amazing because it, like, if you deactivate Elementor, then your entire content is there. Your HTML, JavaScript, CSS, everything is there. If you deactivate Visual Composer, you lose pretty much everything. So that's the thing. I'm skilled developer, trying to find job. Can you help me? Just look online. Just Google it. That's what I did. Just Google it. Sorry, I'm not. I don't know how to help you in this matter. Just want to say I love your videos. Thanks super much. Thank you, Jelly Coding. I love being loved. That's the thing. So more questions. So let me click here. Let me click here. Yeah, yes, okay. Did you know how to detach images from the media with them functions? Yes, I know. I don't remember the method. There's a plugin that helps you to detach images from a post or a page from the media library. I don't remember. I will find it and recommend it in the next vlog. How do you think? What is better for developer, two monitors or a 34 inches monitor? It doesn't matter. As far as you feel comfortable in organizing your stuff, I have two monitors just because it's cheaper. I have the iMac that has the monitor inside, and then I bought $100 monitor instead of like a 34 inches, like a big monitor. It costs a lot. So, and if you break that, you're screwed a little bit. So I prefer two monitors because if I don't use one, I have just a regular size screen, and then if I want to upgrade to a bigger monitor, I can just replace one monitor. That's it. But it's really up to you. Like, try. You feel comfortable. I don't know. Elementor, sweet. I'm gonna take a look. Yeah, thank you. Elementor is good. Hey Kamal, hi. Okay, so it's been 30 minutes of live streaming. It's 3:10 a.m. PM. Sorry, it's the afternoon. I'm having like low pressure, low sugar. I need to go to eat. And that's it. Thank you so much for. So tired. I cannot speak anymore. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this live streaming. Thank you so much for your support and your love. I really appreciate it. And tomorrow I'm gonna tell you more about my Canadian experience, like what job I took first, how did I change my job, and how did I end up in this ritual music startup being the lead developer and product manager in this startup, and also why I started doing tutorials, why I started doing video tutorials about WordPress. That's a really interesting story. But yes, I'll talk to you in the next vlog. Thank you so much, guys. Have a fantastic rest of the day, the week. Good night, whatever you are. Happy coding.